Now, did you always have capital I-Man? What was your first rap name if you had one?
It was I-Man. It was I-Man. Capital. It was Intellect. As a matter of fact, it was Intellect. Okay. And then, you know, when I realized that there was nothing intellectual about me, I just fucking broke it down to the acronym. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I'm just going to call myself I-Man. Fuck it.
There it is there.
There it is.
El Pecador, Sinful. Has that always, why? Well, first give us, if you did have a different name, and why Sinful?
First, it was, the name was Sin.
Okay.
S-I-N. It was given to me by a dude named Tony G. And not the West Coast Tony G. It was Tony G, Tony Green, that was out of Minnesota. We had this other little side group going on at the time.
So many stories, man. You were just gonna just bug out.
I'm gonna say it real quick. It was a little group that Tony Green, you know, was putting together. It was it was One Nation or United Nation. I don't remember the exact name of the group, but it was One Nation or United Nation. It was me, dude named Kelsey,
Elemento from the Visionaries.
From the Visionaries,
and Key Cool from the Visionaries.
And Key Cool. He was the DJ, yeah. But he put the group together. He put the group together, and you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't happening. You know what I mean? Like, you know, dudes living.
This one's for everybody doing the comments. Cheers.
We had, you know what I mean? Some of the dudes were in Minnesota. We were out here in Cali. It was just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the dude, Tony Green, was just, you know, doing his thing, you know. So it was kind of hard to keep the whole group thing going. But that's when we ended up linking up, right?
Right. And he's the one that gave you the name Sin. Do you know why?
He just came up and said, man, I just feel like it's Sin. You know
home.
what I mean? He said, man. Hey. He just said, you know what? I feel like, you know what I mean? You're
I think,
just
you know, like when you give names, you know, like Tiny, it's the opposite. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's far from the simple guy. You know what I mean? This guy's a really good guy. He's a good guy. 100% good guy.
So he gave me the name. And after that, you know what I mean? We ran with it. And then that's when we got the deal over at Motown. I ended up titling it. I ended up stretching it out to Sinful. Then later on down the line, it said, you know what? Everybody's saying Sinful. What is Sinful? Da-da-da. Mexico was saying El Pecador. So then we just said Sinful El Pecador.
That's just hard.
You know what I mean?
Not to get twisted with El Pescador.
No. Definitely not.
So now let me ask you this, because this shit was so bold for me. I mean, when I saw that fucking name, to me, it was like a fresh of breath air.
We have a story for that.
Okay.
How the name came.
Yes.
How the name came.
We ran through a lot of names.
Man.
Can you drop me a couple of names?
We had Zigzag, which we titled the album Zigzag because we couldn't use the album. It was some rock band out of San Francisco or something at the time. Then we said Riff Raff. Riff Raff. Yeah, my bad. Go
ahead. Here goes the comment section. It's about to explode.
All right, so Riff Raff. That was taken. So Motown said, man, you guys got like a week and a half to come up with something. The album was done. We were still using Zigzag.
Every time we came up with a name, motherfuckers like, nope. Somebody
has it. It's trademarked. It's this.
I'm like, somebody got blocked.
So we're in the studio recording. We're doing Funky Melodia.
Right.
Actually mixing that record. We're mixing Funky Melodia. And Bird was the producer of the record.
Yeah, he was a dope.
He was like,
what happened to Bird?
You know,
flew away somewhere.
So this dude walks in, right? The label guy. He walks in. He says, "Man, I really, really need you guys to have a name within a week and a half, man. This shit's getting crazy.
Damn,
because we're ready to put out the album. We have to do this.
The album done, but the name.
So he's like, you know what? You guys got to give us a name. So then Bird was right there. He's like, man, you know what, man? Fuck this shit, man. Wait a minute, you motherfuckers are Mexicans, right? We're like, yeah. He's like, man, call your motherfucking, just fuck it, man. Just call yourselves the Mexicans, you know? You motherfuckers are Mexican. So me and I-Man just looked at each other. Right? You're like, you know what? Fuck it, man. You know what? I'm with it. He's with it.
Man, that was it.
History,
you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, so the first thing that drops, which is Funky Melody, right?
Yeah.
How did that do?
Oh wow, that got it got recepted well, and like,
Funky Melodia got a really good response, man. At the time, you know. You gotta keep in mind there was, you know, obviously no internet, no nothing going on at the time.
The thing is, we earned some stripes for this show called the Wake Up Show at the time, and at that time, you know what I mean. There wasn't really a bunch of Latinos in that circle doing you know, or being allowed to come there and do that, or you know, we were always invited. You know, Sway and Tech. Mad respect to those guys. They would always invite us to come down, and they always looked up to us. They were always like just
that was our
enamored.
second home.
They were
bro.
always enamored by us because we were like their secret weapon. At the time, they would be like they would have their ciphers with, you know, with Juice and everybody, and then they would throw us in as a surprise, you know, and they would always love to do that. And we built our credibility, and we really got our respect from a different angle because, you know, at the time you would have like, you know, lowrider hip hop, and that was kind of like more that was a more stereotypical type of a way that they saw how Latinos do hip hop on the West Coast. You know what I mean? And like I said, me and him, we studied the game differently. We were always looking like on the East Coast. We were always like, not always looking on the East Coast, but we were studying everything else because if it's dope, we studied it. You know, if the scratches, the beat was dope, we looked into it. If somebody was lyrically inclined, we studied that dude. You know what I mean? And we really did our homework because we didn't want to just be someone to. Of course, we want to blow up. Who doesn't want to blow up? But we didn't want to go down as somebody that would just sound like that they're half-assing their songs, or you know, we just wanted to just be lyrical and stand out, and you know, that's how we were looking at things. Like, you know, we just wanted to be different.
Dope, and different is good. The first album drops now. Funky Melody at the single. The album drops. Do you guys do a tour or start doing spot dates here and there?
Sure. We did like a 3-week tour. From coast to coast when the album dropped. That's the time when we was in our mobile home, and we went to the hotel for the first time, and then our driver was so high that he didn't even see the top of the roof, like the top of the thing, right?
We pulled into San Francisco. Tell him that shit, man.
We pulled in, you know, the hotel. We pulled in, and the guy didn't measure that he couldn't drive the motorhome in there, but he decided to drive the motorhome. He's on his phone. He's smoking weed. He drives the shit in there, and the fucking air condition gets ripped. Right, this is our first day over there, and the air condition gets ripped off. Right, we look in there, and I go outside.
Convertible top, man. Convertible top.
And the guy's blaming the guy he's talking to on the phone. Look what you fucking made me do. We go outside. I'm fucking high. I'm fucking smoking. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
What just happened?
I'm like, man, look like Superman went up there and ripped that shit open, man. What the fuck's going on? And that's what started off our fucking 30-day tour, coast to coast. Because we went all the way to the East Coast. We drove all the way to the East Coast first.
That show was important.
And then we started to trickle down here.
Wow.
So that was quite an experience. We got tons of fucking stories, man. It's just ridiculous.
Crazy,
I don't know if we have enough time, but we definitely got to come back and continue this because we got so much to say.
Most definitely. Now, you know, we got 2 minutes before we go to break. I wanted to ask you a question. I know how he feels because DJs are a little bit different, but I want you to tell me how you feel. When you first took the stage as a rapper, were you nervous?
I'm gonna tell you this. The first time I took a stage, we are nervous. We get nervous. If you don't get nervous, then you're a pro or you're the shit. But we got nervous. The first show I did was for the Wake Up. The first show we did for the Wake Up show was nerve wracking because that was the crowd that we really wanted to win.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we did. And I went over there. I fucking put the hood over my head. Remember that shit? I wasn't even looking at the crowd. We started the set with a song called "You Don't Even Know Me," which is on the Mexakinz self-titled album. That shit cracked it off. Next thing you know, I put my hoodie up and everybody was in the front talking about, "Oh, so these are the motherfuckers, huh? All right, let's see, motherfuckers. Let's see what you guys gonna do." And we ended up murdering that shit.
So, what about you, Sin? Do you remember first time you took the floor with the mic?
You know what? I want to say the first time I want to say the first time was for a show in Santa Monica, was it? For it was a what was it? Damn, it was a fraternity, I think. Mecha. Do you remember that? It was way out there in Northridge or something.
Northridge.
That was the first show that we ever did. So it was before.
We did a show with
before the Wake Up Show
that was out there. What was his name?
It was Aslan Underground.
There you go. The guy that
Aslan
had
Underground.
like a thing on his mouth every time.
Yeah.
Like the handprint on his mouth.
It was that was our first show that I remember. It was in Santa Monica at Northwest College, I want to say. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man, because we were nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the first one was definitely
for me. I got rid of my nerves early on when I first started DJing in junior high school, but a lot of people overheard that story. So now me standing up,
I still get nervous.
Bruce?
Yeah, I still get nervous.
Okay, and you, Sin?
I mean, after a couple of these, I'm good.
Sin, you know what he likes to do? This is his ritual before we go on. I get nervous. I pace back and forth. This guy's over there is like, I'm about to take these 3 shots and I'm good.
And I'm straight, you know what I mean?
That's the shit.
So, okay, check this out. We're going to go ahead and hold that thought real fast. We're going to come back. We're going to pick it up because I want to talk about the Mexican second album, Cover.